What's up and welcome to Zero to X. My name is Daniel and today with me as always.
Hey guys, my name is Amara.
It has inadvertently been a long time since we
It feels like it's been a
feels
while.
like
It feels like it's
kind
been
of
a
feel like
while,
it's been a while,
bro.
man. Guys, how are you doing? Nigeria is a madness right now.
Bro,
Nigeria is an absolute madness
somebody
right now.
asked us to talk about it.
And I think we will.
Oh
I
my
think we will.
God.
Might not just be today, but Nigeria is an actual madness right now, man.
Yeah,
It almost seems as if the entire No Grief for Anybody was prophetic of
bro,
the kind of attitude you had to have
to actually
really
sustain a
win
level
this
head,
year, man. To really win this year.
bro.
I
Crazy.
was talking to Amara like some weeks back, and I was like, it is unnecessary the amount of proactivity we need to show to do the most basic things. Like we are wasting our proactivity and creativity on the
On
very
your-
bare
yeah,
minimum
bro,
on things that
it's
should
insane.
not matter. It is the wildest thing, but guys, we hope that you are hanging in there. It's tricky, we know.
Yeah,
It is tricky for me. It's tricky for Amar in some way. In some way.
it is, bro. Yeah, not personally, but you know how like it's very difficult to remove yourself from something that affects almost everybody around you.
Fair.
That's where the issue
Fair,
is.
fair. So guys, still like you are going to win regardless of the difficulties,
Yes.
regardless of the
Yes, guys.
circumstances.
Yes.
Like resolve in your mind. See, guys, we're doing this together, right? We've burnt our ships. There is no we are not getting this. This is just making the story sweeter. It is just making the
Yeah.
sojourn sweeter. Like
Yeah.
we know things are crazy. We know it's more expensive to be productive, to have power.
Yeah.
Like
To do
it's
the basic things, man.
it's unnecessary. Like
crazy.
if you stay outside the country for a couple months, like the sanity that return, like it is wild, yo. It is
Yeah.
wild. So, but guys, we see everything. We are feeling everything. Like we're in it with you, but we are not going to relent on what we said we're going to do. Like this is not an excuse to relent
At
or
all,
ease
bro.
back on
At
your
all,
boat.
bro.
At the end of the day, your life is still counting.
It is.
The months
it
are
is.
still
It
counting.
doesn't.
The
It
weeks
doesn't
are still
stop
counting.
moving.
It doesn't really stop.
Doesn't stop moving.
So this is for you to show how proactive you can be,
Yeah.
right? It is unnecessary. Like if you added this amount of proactivity to a saner climate, to a saner culture,
I can't even imagine how.
I can't even imagine the magic, man. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
it'll be
fireworks.
crazy.
It's actually gonna be
It'll be
fireworks.
crazy.
So, guys, hang in there. We will all win together.
For sure,
So, detailed, how was your week?
bro. This week, I don't know why, but I found myself a lot more attentive to thinking about my year in 12-week sprints.
Oh yeah, the thing we did last year with
Yeah.
Q1 year one.
Yeah, like you know how like we always say some things can easily slip to the back of your mind. Yeah, but I found it coming up a lot this week, and I kept wondering like if I think about this first Q1 as my first year in the year 2024, being the 12 weeks, how am I doing so far?
Yeah.
I kept auditing myself in my head. I'm just like, I've been closely examining how I've been doing this year, and it seemed so. Now, when I say this year, it's both the first year in 2024
and 2024. That makes sense. Yeah.
And it's been a lot of putting the foundation in place.
Yeah.
So I found that I've been moving a lot of blocks, just trying to put things in place for what is coming for me in year 2.
Yeah.
But that's how my week was, man. Just that thing has been top of mind all week long. How was your week, man?
Similarly same in the sense that I've been hyper aware of how much time has passed and how much time is left. Right?
Yes.
And I like telling people like maybe because Amar and I do this thing where we think of time we adopt a long-term perspective towards things. So we think of time in 5-10 year blocks, right? So you realize how small a year is, but because it's a year, people don't realize that, you just have maybe
52 weeks.
a little over 300 days.
Bro.
to get this
if
done.
you're journaling,
Like
if you're
you
journaling,
are,
you would have ticked off
sticks.
week 7 and week 8 by now.
It is
and you're
wild.
just like,
my God, what are you doing with your
what's
life?
going on?
What is going
8
on, bro?
out of 52.
What's going on, bro? So
crazy, man.
I'm kind of hyper aware of it. I spent a fair amount of the week being a little pissed at myself because I wasn't as on game as I was supposed to be. Right. So, but I just picked myself back up and like went, and like I would say that this week was interesting. It was interesting in the sense that I did the things I was supposed to do. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
right? But in terms of what we were shooting for,
Yeah.
right, I felt it lacking. I really did feel it lacking, and whether it is better prioritization, better scheduling, there's also the madness to deal with, right?
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, like we say, like
Yeah,
our excuses are valid.
You can't make those excuses.
Our
man.
excuses are valid, but our dreams are on the line.
Our dreams are on the line.
Thinking at that standard, and it might seem a little unfair. It might seem a little relaxed. Now, relax for what?
Bro.
Relax, bro. What I'm trying to get, man. So it's like I always want to find myself. I want to be able to say I am living worthy of the goals I'm trying to achieve.
100%, bro. I get
Like
you.
I know, like Kobe would say, leave everything on that court, man. Leave everything out on the field.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I left everything out on the
understand
field.
that.
Like
Yeah, I understand that.
it was harder too because of like different circumstances.
Yeah.
Some not within my control, but I just had that feeling of I didn't leave everything out on the field. So like that's the major thing. I corrected it, but like thinking of it in terms of like the entire week,
Yeah.
there were like 2-3
yeah.
days where like, it was like less than. It was
I get
less
that.
than. So like I picked it up, happy about that. I'm happy about how I've been able to course correct if I need to in the middle of the week. I don't think, this week is gone. Bro, I was telling Amara on our ride here that I'm typically not the kind of person that works on my phone.
Yeah.
But I was literally working right beside because I was like, oh my God, there is no time.
Yeah, there's no time.
Like
and
bro.
some people might watch this and question the seeming sense of urgency. But I don't know how you think about your goals and timelines. Yeah, the thing is, for a lot of, like I said this, I think on one of the earlier episodes this year, that at the end of the day, you want to design your goals in such a way that they are going to be hit inevitably if you do certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
But there's also the fact that there's also things that are time bound. There's things that you decide for yourself that no, this needs to happen within this time frame.
Yeah,
how do I make it happen?
100%. I like how
What version of myself is
I
required?
love how Alex puts it. He says that he likes competitors that like to optimize, like to do this. Bro, there are sometimes you just need to
brute force. Bro,
you just need to brute force
the thing.
Like that's what.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
Yeah.
Like it's not more than that.
Yeah.
And it's kind of what the times call for.
Yes.
Especially if you're in Nigeria. I don't know what it's like for our community
Foreign
members that are
listeners,
outside Nigeria. We hope that the times are kinder to you, we hope that you are more than capable of surviving whatever tough times you're going through.
Yeah.
But being here, it's tough already, man.
It is.
We can't afford to. Oh my God. There's language I want to use, but strong language. Like we can't afford to be soft about it, man.
Yeah, man. I get you.
Can't afford to be soft about it. Like,
bro.
so I'm just brute forcing.
Yeah.
I get like I'm still in my mind is thinking farther and faster than my body and my resources can catch up. So like it's all of these things. I'm looking to gain a lot more clarity in terms of. I'm still talking about how my week went or is going.
Yeah.
So it's like
I realize there's a couple more stuff to talk about for my week. But
yeah. So it's like I just need to schedule a couple of things in terms of chronologically, like when they happen, which happens first, which happens second.
Yeah.
Because bro, like the scope of work keeps getting bigger, and it's a thing where like we're bootstrapping, man. Like
bro, bro,
the kind of operations we want to run.
Nah.
And this isn't even just for 0 to X. 0 to X is an entire. Guys, we love you, but it's an entire headache right now to figure out because of the quality of the experience we are trying to deliver.
Bro, my God.
Amara told me how much we spent on 0 to X. I said, that's not bad. I'm like, that's not bad.
Oh my God.
It's bad. But we know what we're trying to get to, right? And then like there's a couple of things that we are still not yet doing that we're trying to get to. So it's all this is, and I'm just excited about it. And bro, thinking about all we've tried to do this year, man, it might not be the craziest thing.
Yeah.
But I think it takes some damn courage to
It does.
to try to attempt, because sometimes you're like, who sent me?
Yeah.
Who was pursuing me?
See, let me help with this. When Daniel and I started 0 to X, you know how you start something and then you share like the progress of how it's going with a friend here, a colleague there, and something. And then you hear all these people with all these different versions of what they would think that you are trying to put together.
Yeah.
So let's say the guys are like, oh yeah, I'm going to do, for example, that the guy that said, are you going to do a football podcast?
Yeah.
I'm like, sorry, we're not heading in that direction. No, but, and then I think about all these things. A lot of time people come to you with so many different versions and you're just like, and understandably so, because it might be seemingly easier to take that route. But you think about the scope of what you're going for and you're really just like, who sent me? If I did anything that these guys are saying to do,
bro, like,
it would have easily turned out.
I would blow faster.
I would have blown faster. Bro, I would have blown faster.
I was not be collecting side insults.
Oh my God. Oh.
But I think it just boils down to the courage to bet on yourself.
Yeah.
See, guys, there are conversations Amara and I want to have, but we hold ourselves back from having them because we are not like, this is going to be sweeter
at a certain point.
12 months from now.
Yeah.
18 months from now.
Yeah.
When the things that we're building, things that we're working on, like there is more evidence to it. You will now see why these two young men are as crazy as they seem to be.
Yeah.
And I still honestly don't even still think we are crazy.
No, I don't know.
There are mad people.
Yeah, I know mad people. Go on.
There truly are mad people in this world, right? But we'll have the conversations then so that it makes sense. So like it's not all talk and no stuff.
No, for sure.
In 12 months, in 18 months, we'll have those conversations. But I think at the end of the day, it boils down to the courage to be able to bet on yourself, to travel the road less traveled.
I like that.
What's even interesting is that I think when I think about the courage to go out on a limb and travel the roads less traveled, I think about Amara. And his professional, like, bro.
So let me start by saying, the thing with betting on yourself is you're seeing something that people are not seeing.
100%.
You have to come to terms. You have to come to terms with it. That, and the problem usually is that you don't have evidence. There is zilch.
You are doing and seeing in
there
faith.
Is nothing. There is nothing to show. So
only
it
you
makes,
see. Only you see.
Bro,
like this is a little personal. Only you really see it. And then if you're lucky or blessed to have people that are used to, they have a certain appetite for shit.
I like how you said blessed, because it takes a certain kind of people in your life to look at you. So I won't call the person's name, but something happened recently this month, just so we don't digress about the being blessed thing. And somebody in my space, in our space, I won't mention the person's name, wanted to embark on something. You know, when ideally this thing could have been put off, it's something that it doesn't necessarily have to be time bound, going by any standards. But I could see the fire in this person's eyes. So you know when you are speaking with someone and you're seeing their eyes light up and you're just like, nah, bro, I won't stand in your way. I will stand behind you 100%.
100%.
It takes a certain level of, you can call it luck, but I think it's a blessing to have those kinds of people around you that you are seeing something nobody else is seeing, but they understand the fire. And they say, no, they are solidly behind you. It's a blessing,
Yeah,
man.
I know what that's like. The entire
Yeah.
team at 0 to X is exactly like that. So
Bro.
like we're blessed that
We are blessed.
We are.
And you guys listening to us, man.
Bruh.
See, we have listeners. I was looking at some of the comments on some of our content, and we have people who are cheering us on, even when we are just season 2 episode. What? Did you get me?
And to be fair, this actually feels like season 1 because it feels like it's an entire reintroduction
Compared to our organs, we are still, we're still coming up. We're still baby boys.
Bruh, we were having a 0 to X meeting and we're like, we called like 3 of our guys. We're like,
oh my god!
It's just like smiling in the background.
Oh my! So let me tell you what happened. So we were feeling good, not good, but like I wasn't feeling good, but like the general atmosphere was not bad.
It was not bad.
It was not bad. Like we've put out the number of episodes in numbers, seemingly.
In number.
And then I was telling guys, the 0 to X team, but let's compare ourselves to our proper orgas.
Soberness.
Everybody just became sober.
Reflection.
All our organs have put up more numbers this year. What are we doing? Almost double,
bro.
This year alone. And I'm like, my God.
If we measure each output for output, there are things that they've done times 2, there are things that they've done times 10.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we are playing.
We are still playing. We're still coming up. We're still coming up.
Bruh.
We're still coming up. Coming up.
Absolutely blessed if you have this kind of people that can.
Bro.
And the 0 to X team is one space because like, guys, we're all going there together now, right?
Yeah.
We will see. So what you were saying?
Yeah. To see something that other people are not seeing takes a level, and to say I'm going to execute on this.
Yeah.
Bro, that's the first step of courage. You have to come to terms with that fact. I am seeing something that other people are not seeing. The moment you accept that I'm the only one saying this, and that's okay. That's very okay. I'm the only one saying this. That is okay. But see, here's the thing. The thing is, at this particular point, for some people, there might be a level of fear, and it's the fear of the unknown. People like to play within boundaries of things that they are conversant with. So it's the reason why you would easily opt for a 9-to-5 job or something stable, even if it's not work related. Yeah, as opposed to, let's say it's music now. The idea of trying to create an improvisation on the spot versus playing the actual solo, depending on who you are, the improvisation, guys, and this is just to make it simple,
very nuanced.
The improvisation might be seemingly challenging waters for you because you're exploring something you've never done before, and depending on how conversant you are with exploring unknown territory, you might back off. That's a music example. With work, it's simply, I would rather just take this job and these things that feel familiar, as opposed to trying to start the entrepreneurial thing and figure out how to make this work, knowing that there's so many moving parts. I would rather just tell somebody, this is your vision, I can help you, this is my working vision. You get me now? Yeah, so the thing really is, by the time you accept that I am going to do this, you must kill the fear of the unknown. And you would say killing the fear of the unknown might seem arbitrary. How do we actually kill this fear of the unknown? Take the first step. Just take the first step. And the first step for you might be, let me get a course on this. Do you get me? Let me invest in myself.
Guys, my face is like this because I'm thinking about this. It is a very personal.
Yeah, it's reminding me of my start. It's reminding me of my start. It's reminding me of my start.
Bro, it's reminding me of myself right now, man.
I count myself very privileged to have the kinds of parents that I have.
100%.
Because
100%.
At the moment when I was starting, I know how this would have easily been a very big battle in some families.
Yeah.
Understandably so.
Yeah.
I'm venturing into something where the rate of failure is ridiculously high. Do you get me? And it's not like a lot of fields don't have that rate of failure. Apparently, a lot of fields do. Do you get me? But
it's less popular, it's less known, it's less common.
The fear of the unknown. I can imagine the people in my circle dealing with the fear of the unknown for me, on my behalf. I can imagine them thinking about this boy and they're like, We see the fire in your eyes, so we'll stand behind you. But the fear of the unknown is real. Like, we are experiencing this, like, how would this turn out? So I have to, quote and unquote, prove myself.
Yeah.
I have to prove myself.
Guys, this is bringing back so many thoughts.
Yeah, man.
So many memories. And there is how right now it doesn't seem or feel like a lot because we've been used to, this is the path we've known all our lives. The path of, this is what I want to do, this is what I think I should do, this is how I think it should be done. I'm going to look and see how other people have done something similar, if not exact. Oh, it's not so popular. Oh, a lot of the people that genuinely care about me, or at least they think so, don't necessarily agree, or they don't necessarily know. Right? And my doing or not doing this thing has real consequences.
Yes.
But still I do it.
Yes.
And you've been doing that for 3, 4, 5 years. There is almost a part of you that doesn't even remember or realize that, oh, this is a
like
fairly courageous step that you're taking. Or it's like
that.
you are almost ruined, for lack of a better word. Like, you can't even process what the fear of uncertainty is, or the fear of the unknown is anymore.
Yes.
That's how I feel like.
Yeah, I completely
there was
get this.
a time.
There was a time when it was real.
There
was a time when it was real,
bruh.
There was a time when you really needed to sit down and burn your ships.
Like, now it's just do and go, and go, say and go, like, that's literally what it is. But I am very, very thankful to God first for the incredible confidence He gave me. I can't even lie,
bro. It's a confidence.
I cannot
my
even
God.
lie.
Oh my
I'm
God.
grateful to God for the amount of confidence He gave me.
Yeah.
I will commend myself for having put in the work to be able to back up the grace and the talents that I have.
Yeah.
I will do that.
Yeah.
Right now, it's just a matter of putting in the work to produce results that is evident to everybody.
Yeah.
But have I scored points in favor of who I want to become to myself? Yes, I'm getting there.
Yes.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
More on some things, a little less on the others, but like I'm
Yeah.
trying to level things up right now. So, but I'm not at the point where I will hesitate to take a step about a thing.
Yeah.
Right? And this might be you. You don't even realize that, oh, the things that you have done they are big boy moves, man.
Bro.
They are big girl moves, man. Like, you didn't even realize it, but like there was a time a year ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago when something not even as big, something not even as grand was the biggest deal for you. But now these things, you make these kind of decisions every day.
Yeah.
These kind of decisions. Like, it is an experience I'm extremely grateful for. But thinking back to buttress what Amara said, thinking back to what it was like then, I will honestly admit, again, because so much to be grateful for here.
Yeah.
One thing I'm grateful for is my parents.
Bro.
My dad when he was alive, my mom. Bro, nah, man. That confidence, that's where it came from.
That's where you are now, man.
They set me up for life.
Yeah.
The love, the environment, the trust.
Yeah.
Was it the season I told the story?
No, it was last season.
Where my dad
last
literally held the entire GS2 because he knew.
I think it was episode 50.
He believed that there is nothing that will make his son to come 16th in a class.
Yeah.
He held the entire set and told the teachers, we calculate the scores.
Yeah.
They were calculated for an entire day and ended up putting me back at 4th. Like, they delayed everybody. It's like when they give you that kind of
bro,
that's what I grew up on.
Yeah. But bro, see, I like all you said, and here's what bothers me. I think about The people who
That's where I'm going.
the, pe-
That is where
the people who don't have
going.
those kinds of people.
That's where I'm going, man. Like, I've acknowledged, because what rights do I have to say anything to the people that didn't have the most supportive parents, or didn't have the best of environments to grow up, or
Yeah.
didn't even have parents at all,
Yeah.
or they genuinely had witches and wizards? Genuinely. What do we tell them?
Yeah, man.
What do we tell them? But the fact is, at the end of the day, it's the same results that we'll all be judged by.
Yes.
It is. So, yes, you might have to do a little more work than I had to do to gain confidence, to dare things, to try stuff.
Yes.
But it's a skill. You can learn it. Every single thing is learnable.
Bro, this point you just made is so important. You must accept within yourself. It's a mindset.
Yeah.
There's a way my daddy at the top put it.
Yeah.
Mr. Vusi.
Yeah.
Guys, again, in case you don't know who Vusi is, Vusi Fembekwayo.
Yeah.
Global speaker, phenomenal businessman, investor.
He's pretty phenomenal. He's Vusi.
And mentor, he's Vusi.
He's Vusi.
He's him.
He's him. Him.
But yeah, there was a way Vusi put it. It was in an interview with
Tom Gilliu of Impact Theory.
Yes, from
I think
Impact Theory.
I think I've seen that podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he said that there's a couple core beliefs that he runs his life by. One of them being that, and this is us paraphrasing right now, everything can be learned.
100%.
See, it's super important, because if you run your life by that belief, you never allow yourself to seem inferior. Never. So you think about...
I think people might skip over these points, but this is such a good point.
Because for every time you look at somebody who looks outstanding, if you decide for yourself that you want to be that, you can learn what it takes.
I saw a reel yesterday, and there are certain principles I believe God has made available to everybody, regardless of
religion,
regardless of whatever thing might be a cause for segregation or whatever, right? To buttress this point, and it's because it's something I'm actively doing, especially to combat the toughness of the times that we're going through. Someone says, the moment you start any statements with "I am," there is such a power that they carries.
Yes.
Because it's like you are marshalling
identity,
bro. You are marshalling every and anything to act bro. Like the moment you say, I am going to do this. I am this. Like the moment you say that, bro, whatever made you
the level of mental reinforcement,
bro, is different. Whatever made you say, I am going to do this. I am. The moment you have said that, and you mean it. It's a pretty beautiful thing to watch unfold, bro. Especially if you follow through. Bro. So this thing you said, like what you said, brings it full circle for me about the moment you've seen something that you like and truly, because I looked at people that I truly admired. Like guys, like I said, I say this to bring it home that this is more than a show. Functionally, it is a show, right?
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's a conversation between two close friends.
Yeah.
About how we are working through life. So
this just felt like deja vu. But go on.
So it's like I think of the people that I want to be like in different things. Yeah. I think about it and I'm like, what you said, and this is not something I didn't know before.
100%.
But the paradigm shift I'm having of if I can figure out the collection of skill sets that these people have, I can be these people. Yeah. Even more, even better. Yeah. Think of the best person in your field. Yeah. The very best. Like you have idolized that person. That person has the most saves on your Twitter, on your Instagram. If you can figure out the skill set that they possess, that makes them who they are. And it's beautiful that there is no single skill that is not learnable.
The thing is, and here's where people might argue. They might say there's general qualities, or how do I put this now? Yes, qualities. I think qualities is the word.
You empower what you believe. You empower
You
what
empower
you
what you
believe.
believe. Because if you insist, it's kind of like being born
They
with a
become
deformity.
they become self-fulfilling
Fulfilling prophecies. It's
prophecies.
like being born with a deformity. If you decide that it's going to stand in your way, it will. We are not in the position to speak as people who, do you
100%.
get me? But it is the mindset that carries. It's the mindset that carries.
You know what? I was thinking about David Goggins,
Yeah.
and I'm incredibly grateful that he exists.
Same. I was thinking about this when I saw a video where somebody was comparing his statements with Andrew Tate's statements.
Mm-hmm.
And even in that moment, I was like, I'm thankful this man exists because he pushes the boundaries of what we consider to be possible.
This is that is the exact reason why I'm happy he exists.
Bro.
I saw, and again, like, if this was just my week unfolding, I'm reading Can't Hurt Me Now, right? Because I'm in the moment where I need to callous my mind. I'm callousing my mind.
You're treating it like
it's my manual right now
manual,
because, bro, like, thinking about empowering beliefs. Amara dragged everybody for a long time, the last 20 episodes of season 1, to say it's all in the mind. It's about mindset. It feels like aspire to perspire, but if you really dip how fundamental that truth, that fact is, you empower what you believe.
You always.
And you empowering them makes them self-fulfilling prophecies. Like, it's just a vicious cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Empower a different thing and try it out. Mm-hmm. I can't. There are 2 opinions. Choose one.
Choose one. You summed it up, bro.
I'm talking about David Goggins, why I said I'm grateful that he exists. Like Amara correctly said, he has pushed the boundaries of what we thought were possible.
Yeah.
How can somebody say I became an expert at running 100K doing 100K runs?
100, bro. Not 10. Not 42. Not 50, bro.
Why?
Oh my God.
And it's not to show. How often do we...
I like this point you just made. We need to sit there for a bit. Because if you've studied David Goggins even the slightest bit, you will know that he doesn't do it for anybody else but himself. He doesn't do it for anybody else.
Crazy? A lot of the content you see about him running, he did it once and people are just recycling because the message is powerful.
Yes.
So it seems to be like he's everywhere.
Yeah.
But I've actually tried to see, okay, how many appearances has this guy done? Not a lot. And then he said, see, he was talking to, I think it was Chris Will or Andrew Huberman. Like, I love you guys, but I'm not about talking about myself.
I think he said it in the Joe Rogan one too.
I'm not someone that likes to hear himself talk. I'm about that action.
Yeah.
Like, you see me running, and I actually dipped it. It's the same clips, but everybody's just recycling up and down. He doesn't talk a lot because he spends majority of the time
doing,
bro.
Being. Bro. 100%.
Not to say that he did, but for himself. You read what he did, what he went through.
You would know that he's doing it for himself. It shatters
what you think is possible.
Yeah.
That you genuinely do not have an excuse. Guess what? Sometime in the week, I was like, I haven't run in such a long time. I want to run. This was like 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I always, for whatever reason, I missed my running time by like 5, 6, and I've adjusted it to something else. But like, I want to run. Something in my mind said, you don't have clothes now. Bro, I stood up. I'm just going to wash what to wear. I washed what to wear. I was like, 5 o'clock, I'm leaving this house. It's not dry. Can I not wear wet clothes to run?
Won't you sweat?
For some people, that is a good enough excuse. It's not dry.
It's raining is a valid excuse.
It's rain. David Goggins has inspired people to run in snow, to run in the rain, to run at night, to just run. To just do beyond what you thought was possible.
Yeah.
That's why I'm grateful he exists. And by the time you read, you realize that he's not a very naturally gifted or talented human being.
Yeah.
Everything that he has achieved, being a Navy SEAL, being an Army Ranger, doing unnecessary stuff just to stretch and test his mind. You read up a book, you pick up a book and read, and like you've assimilated it. He has to read 1 page for almost 6 hours
Just to assimilate.
just to assimilate what's on that one.
I like this,
wild.
bro. I like this point so much because again, it buttresses the fact that anything anybody does, you can do. It might take you varying lengths of time, but if you decide that it's the mindset,
Bro.
if that person did it, I can do it. It might take me a different length of time, and that is fine, but I will do it.
It is whatever.
It might take me a different approach, and that is fine, but I will do it.
Guys, if you do this will change your life.
Bro,
The moment you say, I want this, whatever the price is, I don't care, it's paid.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
It's paid. You don't wait to hear what the price is. It's paid.
Mm.
It's paid. It's done. Once you have that going into anything that it is that you want to do,
Yeah.
bro, I'm just deeping the possibilities, man. I'm so happy that David Goggins exists. But back to what Amara was saying, that you can pretty much learn whatever it is, like the skill sets that make up whoever that person is. You can learn those things.
Yeah.
Brings us back to the point that we're trying to establish: confidence.
And again, back
Courage.
to talking about the people who
It's for these
have-
people. It's for
yes.
these people. Back to the point: confidence, courage can be learned,
Yeah.
can be built.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Whether
bro.
you acknowledge it or not,
It will become your subjective
it
reality.
will become. Honestly
If
speaking,
you choose to acknowledge it, fine. If you don't, that's fine.
you might not
It's
be
your subjective
as,
reality.
should I say, low key or as fortunate as Amara and I were to have incredible parents, a decent environment, to grow, to thrive, to explore, to try to do all the crazy stuff that we're doing.
Yeah.
You might not have had. But if you find yourself in that situation,
Yeah.
where this confidence to do crazy stuff comes from, for me, I would attribute it to a lot of my upbringing. I would. But if you didn't have that, man, so far there is someone that I admire. What makes this person this?
Bro, such a
What makes
powerful,
this person this?
powerful point, bro. Because I'm thinking I'm thinking back at my beginnings. Guys, I don't think I've ever mentioned this on the podcast before, but believe it or not, I used to be an introverted person. Before I got into the University of Lagos, I was introverted.
It's hard to see.
It's hard to imagine.
It's hard, bro.
It's hard to imagine.
It's hard
But
to
I
see.
remember, I tell everybody, my life literally, I decided to change my life in year 2. I had a conversation with a friend on my way to church. I've never shared this on the podcast before.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with a friend on my way to church. And after that conversation, I realized I didn't have a plan. This guy, we're pretty much within the same age range. Maybe he's 1 or 2 years older than me, tops. Do you get me? But at the time, he was like 3 or 4 levels ahead of me. And I was just getting fresh into uni. I didn't have a plan for what I wanted out of my life. I didn't know what personal development looked like. I didn't know anything about anything. That's when I realized, there is such a thing as being able to actually speak well. And like, it became an awareness thing. That I can actually say, I can do public speaking well. That I can actually interact with people and have them feel like this interaction was beneficial to both of us.
Yeah.
And also come off as charismatic. Or come off as somebody who they would want to be a friend to. I finished that conversation with that guy and I was blown away. Thankfully, he gave me steps as to how to begin to change my life. And so from that point, it was literally that it was the second semester of year 2. It was a resolve. I just resolved within myself. I am stepping into year 3 and I'm getting shit done. That was it, bro. For day 1, I remember day 1, ISEC meeting. Day 1, I was the first person at the door in year 3. First meeting of the year. I had not become a member, nothing. I just went there to wait at the caravan. So whenever people are opening, I'm right here. I'm that serious about changing my life. And that's how we started. And then to now top it off, thankfully, I had just met somebody who was doing what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so I looked at this person's life. I am like, I can see what I want for myself. Like I can see this person is happily married. This person goes on a few vacations a year. Comfortably, bro.
Didn't know it's to save for it.
This person is earning in dollars. And this was how many years ago, my guy? I looked at it like, this doesn't look bad at all.
I like your life.
I like your life. The question now is what roadmap will get me from where I am to where you are? And it was just, bro, it was brute force resolve. Like you have to decide that, yes, I want this thing, it's valid and I want it. People are not seeing what I want. In fact, at the moment when I began to take on, because I decided I started to take up a lot of, outside of ISEC, I started to take up a lot of volunteering opportunities. Whenever I saw an opportunity to volunteer, I took it. Because I knew there was something to learn from there. Whether I was interacting with people or just generally expanding my worldview and all of these things. I took up all of those things, but still with the end goal in mind, that I'm pursuing a set of skills that will allow me to consider myself valuable and allow other people to see me as such. Do you get me? So in looking at this person's life, I had already seen, this is the life I want. I like this life. This life looks good on me. How do I get here now? Start mapping. I started mapping, started plotting. But I was showing up every day and telling every other thing that looked like an opportunity that did not concern me. No. I looked those things in the eyes. They looked good for for any other person. But for me, I knew this was not. If I do this, it takes me off the course that I have predetermined.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So I'm like, I'm very clear on where I'm headed. I'm now able to identify what is a proper opportunity for where I'm headed and what isn't. And so I'm able to keep spitting out no. But it takes a certain level of courage to say no.
100%.
Especially when you look at your current realities and they don't look fabulous.
Man, 100%.
They don't look fabulous. You're like, oh my God. But I remember those times and bro, the courage it was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy, man.
Yeah. I hope this is something that helps.
Yeah.
If you didn't have the kind of upbringing or environment, if there is someone you can find that looks like what you want to do, if you can figure out what made that person who they are,
that is it.
And follow that same roadmap,
that is it.
Chances are you're going to get there.
Bro, if you can figure out what got the person there,
chances are you're going to get there.
Even if you might not be able to find for that particular person, the person is an avatar.
Yeah. 100%.
The person is an avatar.
It is one of the reasons why I love Hormozy. It's one of the reasons why I love
an avatar. You want to understand that this person is an idea, a proper representation of how to become this. It doesn't have to be the person exactly, because some people are not as public as others.
True.
Some people are not as public as others. So saying you want to find their exact roadmap might be tricky for you.
Might be tricky, yeah.
But if you study that person's life enough,
success leaves clues. Success leaves clues.
Daniel, you're fired today, my guy.
No, I'm experiencing what I hope whoever watches this experiences.
Yeah.
I'm experiencing it. Like, bro, I'm going to take this episode and watch and re-listen and watch and re-listen. Guys, we re-listen to our own episodes.
Bro.
With Amara, we've talked about it before. Like, who are those guys? Like, they sound smart.
guys, we can tell you for free, yeah. Whatever you decide as to do for yourself with regards to a venture you decide to pursue, do it. Do it and document it properly. For us, 0x obviously is the documentation of 0x.
It's an open journal, yeah.
Yeah, so like we are able to look back and see, guys, do it. You blow your mind.
You blow your mind.
You'll be like, wow. I was onto something in those days.
I
was onto something.
You actually blow your mind.
I was looking at Marcus Brownlee's 15-year-old video. Either when he was 15 years old or 15 years ago. I can't remember which it was. But it was still gadget review. And I'm just like, bro, you are onto something. Damn, man. That's wild, man.
That's well. MKBHD is different, man.
No, MKBHD is different.
It's different.
MKBHD is different.
Guys, we said a lot.
We said a lot. But to put it in summary,
yes. What you can take out of it?
the first thing I would say would be you have to come to terms with the fact that you are the only one seeing what you are seeing.
Accept it.
Come to terms with it.
Only you are seeing what you're
Yes.
seeing.
Because the moment you come to terms with that, you will then decide that, okay, I'm going to do this irrespective of what other people think. Because you might want to seek validation from others, thinking that they are able to, oh, this person sees this, oh, okay, like this person says this stuff is good, like it makes sense. Let's but no, you might share your vision, your dreams, your ideas with some people, and it would just make no sense to them. Do you get me? As a matter of fact, you might not even have the full picture of the vision or the dream.
Even you don't know where you're going.
In fact, you might open your mouth and sound foolish to yourself.
Even you
and
don't
what
know
am
where
I
you're
saying? But you have to come to terms with the fact that I've seen something and I want this for myself. So I'm going to pursue this. That's step one. Step two is now checking. Are there people around me that support
That's just
me?
a hack. It's such a
Bro,
shortcut.
Are there people around me that support me? If they aren't, that's fine. How do I summon the confidence, the courage that is needed? The next question was, what is my resolve? Where's the resolve? Like, why do I want this? Are you tired of where you are?
See, you have to get past the point of you're sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Oh my God. It sounds too good. I think you need to slow down. Do it again.
You need to get past the point
Yeah.
of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of that situation.
Yes.
You absolutely need to.
Yes.
See,
Yes.
you honor. I know it sounds like aspire to this, but
It does. You have
want
to.
it bad enough.
You have to want
Guys,
it bad
there was a
enough.
day I called them and I was like, "Guy, I'm going to interview you. You're going to tell me how you changed your life." Bro, I might have well have read Simon Sinek Starts With Why.
Bro, it's true. That's actually true. That's
Bro,
actually true.
like, why? Why do you
remember
want
that-
to do this thing?
I remember that call so
Why?
vividly because
Guy,
then-
I was being cerebral about it. I was being scientific about it.
I just told Daniel, how badly do you want it?
I was poking, man.
It
I
will
was like,
show
I was
all the time.
poking.
It will show
I was
all
poking.
the time.
How badly do you want it?
it?
It's not what you feel. It's not what you feel. It's what you're willing to do. How
Bro,
far you're willing to go.
It will
for
show
that particular
all the
thing.
time.
See,
It will show.
there is such a resolve you will have
Bro.
that fear will take the next door on the left.
Bro,
Such a resolve. Like
the fear of the
you
unknown
don't see
it
straight.
doesn't
What
exist.
is the unknown? What's
What's
the
unknown?
uncertainty? What's unknown? What's uncertainty? Don't play with me. What's unknown? What's
Daniel is angry.
uncertainty? There's such a result, bro.
Oh my God.
But you know what's crazy? This is why, a note of caution here. I don't like to be very emotional about decisions, about experiences. What happens when the zest of that emotion goes?
Yes.
Which is why, fundamentally, the logic of what you're doing, there must be conviction about it.
Bro, your why?
Like, there must be conviction about it.
Why should I stand up now and go and
There
run?
must be conviction about, like, logically.
Why? Because I don't know about you guys, but there's times when I've set up certain things on my calendar to do as by default,
They should be
just
done.
trying to, again, optimize for the version of myself that I want to still be 20, 30, 40 years from now. And I look at that activity in the moment, and the only thing that makes me do that thing is why? Why? My guy is sleeping right now. In fact, two of us ideally should be sleeping. But I stood up and decided to get something done. Why? How badly do you want it? See, it will show.
It's not what you
Without
feel.
exception,
Again,
it will
it's
show.
not what you feel.
So
It's how
if you look
far
at your
you're willing to
actions
go.
and they are not matching up,
You don't want it bad
the
enough.
truth, no matter how painful, guys, this truth might be.
You don't want it bad enough.
You don't want it bad enough.
You don't want it bad enough.
You don't.
There is such a way you are. There is such a way you be.
Yeah.
This is when people become incurable optimists. This
That is
why-
something, guys.
This is like there's nothing that they can say. You become Like there's nothing they can say or do. Your will is your will. Is what's going to be done, man. That's what it is.
So far, again, we have talked about, first of all, establishing that you are the only one that sees this.
100%.
Secondly, you have found your tribe.
Mm-hmm.
Thirdly, you have determined your resolve, your why.
Mm-hmm.
After determining your why, the next thing is, what investment in yourself are you choosing to make?
Because you have to back it up.
Bro.
You have to back it up.
Bro.
People don't deep that time is life.
Daniel is on something today, guys.
Time that has gone.
Oh my God.
You necessarily can't get it back, but it's units of your life you can literally not recover.
Yes.
Except like you manipulate leverage when you're much wiser.
Much wiser, yes.
When you have more resources, not every things are nuanced, right?
Yes.
But on a general, like, you kind of can't get it back. And if you're gonna pursue something only you can see, you had better make sure. You had better be sure you're made of the stuff, man. Yeah. You had better be sure.
Yeah. So definitely invest. Decide what the investment in yourself will be like. And again, it will be nuanced for you because you know what you are capable of investing
100%
at the time.
100%.
But you will decide to invest in yourself. Also, like I like the David Goggins thing. Pushing the boundaries of what you think is possible. Pushing those boundaries.
That thing will change your life.
It's because here's the truth, guys. Here's the truth. I don't know how many of you experienced this at some point in your life, but have you ever been in a space where whatever you did, somebody else was doing more? For example, I went to read overnight, and I read from 12 to 4, and somebody got there before me by 11, and he's still reading by 5. Definitely, we can debate his comprehension, but he's reading. But he's still reading. Like, bro. So guys, that's the point. Push the boundary. So this thing helped me so much in H2 of, if you listen to the podcast, season 1, you hear me talk about it. There was a time I decided upon myself that I need to level up my intensity.
Yeah. I remember that period.
You realize that yes, I am investing in myself. I have determined what I want out of myself. I am doing all of this, but I am not pushing the boundaries. You have to you have to live on the edge. You have to live on the edge.
Guys, you need to think that no price is too high to pay for what it is that you want to do.
Bro.
Can.
You have also determined that if somebody else can do it,
you can do it.
It's the mindset.
It's the mindset. It really is.
It's the mindset.
Guys, we are suggesting things that if you put into practice, it will make you bulletproof. It will make you invincible. Literally, you will be unstoppable. And odds are, if you are seeing something that not a lot of people can see, you kind of need to be all these things we're saying.
Bro.
You cannot afford to be casual about it.
You cannot.
You cannot
or
afford
else
to
it
be
won't
casual
just
about
come to pass. And we don't do that here. We don't do that here.
We take a life.
Yeah. So guys, we hope that this was useful to you. We hope that by listening to this, you were not just, again, it's beyond, if you know us, you know that this is beyond the talking. This is beyond the talking.
Go and do.
Get to work.
Let it change your paradigm. Let it change how you think about things.
I remember when Daniel
let that
said,
in turn change your behavior.
I think one time, 5 or 10 minutes into one of the episodes, he said one of the best things you can do for us as a listener of Rate X is to just pause the episode, go and do.
Honestly speaking.
Yeah.
Don't finish it. Just pause it.
Just pause it. But oh my God! I remember Esosa said he was editing one of our episodes. He just paused it and started pushing up. He just let me push us on the spot. Oh my God! It took me out that day. But guys, that's the reaction we are looking for.
That's what we're looking for.
I love this so much.
That's what
I
love
this so much. We hope this was beneficial to you. We thank you for making 0x a part of your day as always. If you haven't, please like, subscribe, give the show a 5-star rating, and share this to 1 or 10.
1 or 10.
If you enjoyed this.
If you enjoy this.
And we'll see you in the next.
Guys, thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.